Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. So, coming 2 weeks now, about approximately, shooting with the NEX-5N. Just wanted to give you my initial 2 week review, my observations, what I'm liking, what I'm not liking about the camera. So far, overall, I'm really liking the camera. It's a great little camera. It's got pros and cons because you're always going to sacrifice things when you go down to a smaller camera that you wouldn't have on the larger DSLR. But size and weight, big point. Really like how small and how light this little camera is. This will still fit in your pocket, even with the 18 to 55 kit lens on here in your jacket pocket. And I find myself grabbing it when I'm out with the kids more, when I'm going to the store, throw it in the van with me, whatever. I'm always grabbing it, whereas I probably wouldn't necessarily, I know I don't necessarily grab a DSLR in all those occasions because I don't. So it just makes it much more convenient, and the camera that you have with you is the better camera, because if you're going to take one or not take one, if you got one with you, you can get a picture. So really nice that way. It's small and light. The 1855 kit lens is actually pretty decent, quite sharp. Not the sharpest lens out there, but sharp enough for just about anything you're going to need it for. Really good for movies with the optical steady shot. I haven't done a lot of movies, but I have done a few with the kids in the house and outside and whatnot. And the optical steady shot works well. I've just been hand holding it, and it appears to be very good in the sense of, not getting a lot of camera shake, not thinking, oh, I wish I had have put it on a tripod. It's working well for that. The image quality out of this little beauty is fantastic, especially high ISO image quality. One of my caveats with this, one of my cons, is it doesn't have a hot shoe, and I like to use off-camera flash, but I will say that I don't miss it as much with this little beauty because the high ISO images are so good, you don't often need flash in situations where you would with a camera that doesn't perform as well at high ISO. That said, I have done a little bit of flash with the little screw-on flash that's in the case here, just using it to control an optical slave. I've put a little piece of paper in front and had it direct for the optical slave. And that's okay, but I am looking forward to trying the NEX-7 when I get mine, just because I like to use off-camera flash, and it'll be nice to have that hot shoe again. The screen here is really handy. I love the screen. I haven't got the EVF for the 5N yet, and I don't think I'm going to, because I'm really just having a lot of fun shooting with the screen. Shooting at waist level a lot, tilting it out, it pops out and down, so you can shoot down with it. Really, really nice little screen, sharp, quite accurate to what you're seeing. Some people have reported that outside it doesn't work well in bright light or whatnot. I'm not finding that. I do find it seems to be working pretty good. The Sony technology in the screen seems to work quite well in bright situations outside. The custom dials on here, I've set mine up so that when you push the command dial to the right, I've got it set up for my ISO settings there, really easy to flip through. And then I have the bottom button set to change my metering, to go from spot to matrix to semi-centered. And then the middle button I've got set for the modes, so I can flip through the modes. And surprisingly enough, the program mode, or the full auto mode on here, works really well. I've been quite happy with it. The exposures are good, and even with this slower kit lens that goes to 5.6, because of the high ISO, the exceptional high ISO quality, not really missing a fast lens at the moment. I do have the 16mm f2.8 pancake on order, as well as the new NEX 50mm f1.8 that's coming out, but I'm waiting. The pancake should be here this week sometime, I hope. The 50mm, we're still waiting to see when the stores get them in. But basically, I haven't really been missing the faster lenses. The kit lens has been working nicely for this, and I've been happy with it. Good image quality. It even does pretty good macros. It gets in pretty close. And I guess I should speak to the controls in the menu system. Some people have been saying how they don't find it that intuitive and a little bit clunky. It's more like a computer. I don't find that. I myself like the controls on the 5N. I don't find the menu system hard to navigate at all. I actually find it quite easy. I get around pretty good in it without issue. Assigning those function buttons works really well, because whatever you find yourself using the most, you should assign those function buttons to that, and then it makes it even easier, even faster. Let's see, what else was I wanting to talk about? Autofocus is quite good. It'd be interesting to see if it's even better with the faster lenses. But even with the kit lens, it's pretty good. I've been impressed with it. It's not the fastest out there by any means. I would say that the Olympus EP3 probably beats it in good light, but not by a lot. And in dimmer light, this did beat the EP3 when I tested the two of them. So I'm quite happy with the autofocus. The face tracking works well. It's not great all the time, but most of the time it locks on the face and stays in there if you like that feature. Let's see, what else did I have? Autofocus, size and weight is great. The lens is good. Battery life. Battery life is good. Some people complain it doesn't last that long. I haven't been having an issue with it. I haven't gone out and done a full pro shoot for a day with this thing, so and nor will I probably. This will probably be supplement to what I use throughout the day. I could see myself putting one of the fast primes on here and using it partially during a wedding for some coverage that way. But so far, the battery life has been fine. I've got a couple spare batteries, but I haven't had to use them. So I would recommend if you're going out for a long day of shooting to take a couple batteries with you, because it's not a battery that lasts as long as your DSLR battery is going to last, but it's good. I don't have any issues with that. As I mentioned, the auto exposure is really solid on this. Strangely enough, I find that the metering is so good with this that, I don't know, maybe 80% of the time, I'm happy with what the camera's doing, so it's kind of fun just to leave it in P mode and shoot. Typically, I'm a manual shooter on my DSLRs, but with this little gem, the NEX-5N, I haven't been as intimidated, I guess, or whatever you want to say, to use it in P mode. It's been giving me good pictures in P mode. I've actually been quite surprised. Let's see here. The auto exposure, face tracking, high ISO, as I mentioned, is excellent on this camera. Probably equivalent to my D7000, maybe even better. And the movies so far have been very good out of it as well. I have to do more testing on the movies. But basically, my 2-week review, 2-week observations after shooting with it for a couple weeks, I really like this camera. Biggest thing I'm missing is the hot shoe. Short of that, really liking the camera, the size and weight. And I'm taking it with me places like almost all the time, whereas I wasn't taking my DSLR that way. So that is huge. And with the APS-C sensor and the good image quality, you're getting excellent photos out of a small camera that you're gonna take with you because it's so small and so light. So there's my 2-week observations on the beautiful little Sony NEX-5N, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon with some new video posts, some new articles. We'll keep you up to date with what's going on in the world of photography here at artoftheimage.com. Thanks a lot.